Alright, hello, and today I'm going to show you how to set up a SCP dedicated server. So first of all, you should make sure that you have this thing installed by going to this website, downloading the mono 64-bit, saving it. Just let it run through. Then once it's done, you can finish it off and you can close this down. And then you need to go to this website, this URL that I'm going to give you. It's also going to be in the description. We're going to save this to here. You can delete this now, by the way. You are going to have to extract. Extracting it, you can shut this down. Then you should also make a folder here called SCP server. Make sure you don't have any spaces in it because it can mess with CMD stuff. Then you open this thing and you run this thing. You let it run through. Once it's in here, you paste this thing in. This thing is also going to be down in the description. You copy the directory and you paste it in there. You can type in login anonymous. Waiting for it to connect. And once it is connected like that, type app underscore update 996560, which is the Steam ID for SCP-SL. And you let that run through. There we go. And now you can close this thing down. And your folder should look something like this. First of all, you're going to need to run localadmin.exe. Ask if you're going to accept the ULA, of course. And then it's going to ask for a port. If you're planning on doing this on any other port than 7777, you are going to need to specify that. But I recommend you staying on the default unless you're going to run multiple servers. You just press enter to do default. Then you are going to have to review this. Most of these you shouldn't really touch. They're pretty fine on their own. So if you want to edit them, you can type edit, but I'm going to keep. This is if you're planning to make several servers with the same config files or only this server. If you want to do it on only this server, if you're only planning to do one server, type this. And if you're planning to do multiple servers, then to edit the configs, you're going to type global. I'm just going to type this. And now when it's running, it's going to ask you to allow access. Now it's saying wait for players. So now it's generated some files. You can type exit. Then you're going to want to open your Windows and type run. Run this thing and type in %appdata%. You're in here. I want to go to SCP-SL, config, and then the server. And here you have your configs. You have config.gameplay. These are open in Notepad. And here you can change a lot of different settings. I'm not going to get into what all of these do. But the most important ones for right now is server IP, which should be set to auto. Server info pastebin, that's how you get your server info. Use pastebin for that. And the server name. I'm not going to change any of these right now, but this is where you can change most of that stuff. Then we also have config remote admin. This is where you add people to have roles in the game. For example, you just add in their 64 Steam ID here, and everything should be fine, as long as you save. I'm not gonna edit any of these. Basically, your server's set up now. If you want it to be accessible to other people to connect, you are going to have to do port forwarding. If you want it to be visible on the server list, you're going to have to verify with Northwood. To do that, you should go and look up how to do that with Northwood. Just Google it. And that's basically it for setting up the server. And for port forwarding, you could also just look it up. Sadly, port forwarding is different on every single router, so I can't really show you how to do it. So now, if you run this local admin, you press enter there. All right, and then once you've launched the game, you can press direct connect and type in local host. Or if you have port forwarded and the person who wants to connect, they have to type in your IP. The way you can get your IP is by going into your browser, typing what is my IP, and it will give you it. Once you're in here, you type either in that or the other person turns in your IP if you port forwarded and press connect. You're on the server. And that is how you make a SCP-SL dedicated server.